Hello, Akku here again. Welcome to episode 9 of my Feed the Beast Ultimate Beginner's Guide. Now, last time we were in the Nether and we got some stuff ready to make these guys. So I'm going to crack on with that in just a minute. I've just been on a little journey. I went back into age 3, which was a flat world. That had snow in it. That was in the video the other day, and it's actually getting worse in there. I went into there for a reason. As I said last time, we put a diamond in there, and we've got 3 soul shards, and I went looking for one of the little Thaumcraft hill dungeons, because they've got a skeleton and a zombie spawner in them. So I was going to go and try and find one off camera, so then we could go to it, but I didn't find one. Pardon me. I didn't find one, so I've had to come back. The age was getting worse. I was getting hit by lightning. A couple of crashes when lightning struck near me. I think that's a sound issue. And I started getting nausea, so that is gradually getting more and more unstable, I believe. But I got some stuff from there. I found some of the little... Was that going to the right place? Yeah. I found some of the little Thaumcraft totem things, and I found another abandoned library, as you can see by all these pages. So I'm going to throw all the pages in there. Just keep collecting them, sticking them in there, and I've got a couple of other bits of loot. I've got something that's quite nice. I'm going to show you in a sec. Unfortunately, when you sort that, it sorts your inventory as well, but it's not a big deal. I've got an Unbreaking 1 book out of a chest, which is pretty cool. I'm going to put that in there for now with my punch book. And what I also got was a couple of Thalmium ingots. I already had one. I got another 2 Thalmium ingots. This is Thaumcraft weapons, and what you can do with this is, I'm going to make a sword. You should actually have to have the research to actually make the weapons, the basic weapons. Now I could upgrade this to what's called a Sword of the Zephyr. That's really nice, but what I can do with this is I can now enchant this, and hopefully I'll get an enchant on it called Repair. I'll put that in there. I've got 32 levels, as you can see at the bottom there. I'll put that in there, I'll enchant that, and hopefully... Oh, look at that, Repair 2, excellent. So, we could have had other stuff on it as well. I could have had some sharpness on it, it's a shame, but... Repair 2 is really nice, so now... I should have cleared my throat properly before I started playing. Now, if I kill something... sorry, cow. You see, my bar... The little green bar under the sword... Took a durability hit, but then... It repaired itself. What it does, it repairs itself out the aura, which is... your Thaumcraft aura, so that'll stay repaired forever now, so I don't have to keep making swords, which is very nice. So, if you're lucky, a couple of bits of Thalmium from a dungeon, get you a sword, and if you're really lucky, you'll get repair on it when you enchant it. So, that's quite nice. What we've got here, let's see how much wood we've got. That's kind of, must have just fell a bit out of the way. 708 saplings, I'm going to use them later. 1152 wood, so that's quite nice. We've got a decent amount of wood there. Very good. And let's check our bee chest here. We've got a few extra bees in there. We've got some eggs in there, which I don't understand why they're there. As far as I understood it, the only bee that drops eggs is a special bee that you can only get at Easter. I'm pretty sure I didn't start this server at Easter. I might have done. If I did, that might be a Leoprene egg. One of these might be a hybrid Leoprene bee, maybe. I'm not sure of any other eggs that drop, any of the bees that drop eggs. So no idea where the eggs are coming from. But I'm just going to leave that running, like I said, until it gets to the point where I want to start doing a bit of more serious bee stuff. Using I'm just going to beat BLRs there, but we need a carpenter for that, so that's a little bit down the line. Anything else good from the chest? No, it's got a little bit of redstone and stuff, nothing major. But it's nice to get a little bit of extra stuff in it, so it's all good, it's all good. So that can go in there. Leather. What I'm going to do with this leather, actually, is I'm just going to put it into a notebook formation, like so. And now, if I do go hunting in Mistcraft Ages again, I can put all the pages straight into a notebook. I can fit loads of pages in there, so I don't have to get this bag out. Like before, I had to get that bag out because I had no space. So, that's got Mistcraft stuff in it already, I believe. Yeah, so I'll put it in there with that. There we go. Nice little safe bag. And what else do I need to do? Okay, my pick's nearly out. Well, that sword can go in there. See, I'm saving that Thalmium axe. I could enchant that as well, but I'm saving that for making it into a thing called an axe of the stream at some point. But next I'd like to put punch 2 onto my bow, I think, but I probably need about 6-7 levels for that, so I'll wait until I do that. Right, so let's get on with what we're going to do. So we want 2 machine frames, we need 2 reception coils, 4 copper, 2 buckets. Right up, there's 2 buckets. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we've got different types of copper and different types of tin. So the numbers are different after them. They're because they're from different places. This copper and this tin are what I've looted from chests, and then this copper and tin is what's come from the cooking of my resources. It doesn't really matter. You can use them in. I could mix them in any. I could have one of them and one of them in a different recipe. It'll still work fine. But later on, once we start getting a lot of materials, we can do something about that. We can turn them all into the same type. But for now, it don't really matter. Right. So I'm going to need 4 of them. And we'll need 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to need 8 glass. Glass should be in here. Yep. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 4 redstone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so first of all, let's get 2 of these reception coils. 1, 2. And now we want 2 of the machine frames. Like so. And then buckets go there. Copper goes there. And it was glass for the liquid transposer. So let's get a bit more glass. So there's our liquid transposer, thank you very much. And nether brick, which we got last episode, for the magma crucible. Excellent, magma crucible, liquid transposer. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our... Right, where can these go? I really have planned this layout really badly. I'm going to have to move it all at some point, but for now, it don't really matter. Where can I put stuff? I see a skeleton. I did, there he is. Come here, feel the wrath of my new sword. There you go, so you see the sword repairing itself. 3, 2, 1, there you go, fully repaired, excellent. Right, where can this go, I suppose I could just keep putting things into this wall. There's another one. Oh no, that was just the arrow falling out, I think. Do I get arrows back if they fall out like that? Have a look. No you don't, but it sounds quite cool. Right. So, liquid, which way shall I go? I'll go magma crucible and then liquid transposer. Now something we ain't really seen with this, I disabled all of them. I think I mentioned them. But with this one I actually need to set them up. What we want to do is to actually set up the way we want it. So we're going to be putting things into here manually, so we don't need any blue ones. So we can turn the blue off. But then we want this to eject to the right into the liquid transposer, so that's right, that's the eject one. And then the liquid transposer we want to bring in from the left, which is correct. And then we're going to take things out manually so we can turn that off, but if it was pumping out of here, we could go whichever side we wanted. So that's all good. So the next step is we are going to want to use nearly all of our redstone. I believe it's 40 redstone for a energy cell, and we're going to want some conduit as well. So that should do, I think. This takes quite a lot of power, so we're going to get our engine over here. I'm going to turn all that into liquid redstone. I'll grab our engine. We've got pretty much unlimited fuel now, so it's no big deal. It's just going to take a while because we haven't got a real good power output yet. But there's no massive rush, and we're getting there. I say a lot of people don't do this as early on as I'm doing it, but I like to get this done. Then then it's done. There's conductive pipes. These are build power pipes, so it's your general wooden pipe and your gold pipe, and you put a bit of redstone with it, and it turns it into these conductive pipes. And using that, you can send power down pipes, but the power it doesn't get stored in the pipe, it'll dissipate, so you're always wasting power. Whereas what we're making is a thing called a conduit, and a conduit stores energy in the pipe, so if you turn the power off, then the energy stays in there, it'll stay stored in there. That's pretty cool. We need some other stuff for that as well though. We need to make a thing called an induction smelter that I've not made yet. So we need to get on with that. So let's do that as well now. So this ferrous metal, which I've been saving on purpose, we need to process some of that. Right. First thing, in fact, let's look at energy cell. Energy cell. So the first thing we need to make for an energy cell is a frame. And in this frame we need a couple of things. We need stuff called electrum. We need stuff called hardened glass. And hardened glass needs pulverized obsidian. And it needs lead. We've got some lead. We haven't got no pulverized obsidian yet, so we'll have to get that. Electrum comes from... I need to keep showing you actually stuff about the minium stone that I keep forgetting to mention. Electrum, the easiest way of making electrum is by just putting gold and silver in an induction smelter. So we're going to make an induction smelter. And that's how you make the hardened glass as well. You actually put the lead and the pulverized obsidian in an induction smelter, so we need it for that. And what else do we need for that? We need one diamond, so we'll have to make another diamond using the minium stone. And then once we've got that, we put that into the liquid transposer over there, and that becomes a frame, and then we mix the frame with some other bits. So we need more electrum, and we get an energy cell, and then we can start storing energy. The good thing about that is we could fill it with energy, say over here, and then I can use my Omni wrench, pop it into my inventory, and I can move it over there, so that I've got mobile power then. So you don't have to break stuff, which is the other reason why I like doing it. So we need an induction smelter, otherwise we can't do this. So let's look for induction smelter. Not a windmill, not a furnace. There it is, induction smelter. So pretty much the same as before. So we need to make another set of that stuff. So it's 2 of them, 4 of them, glass, 4 of them, 2 copper, another bucket, so, and 2 redstone. So let's get this guy made. And before we get to the end of this bit though, we'll have to make some invar. Now, invar, let's have a look at invar. Let's press R on there. You can make invar blend. Well, the easiest way of making invar is... Oh yeah, of course. I'll say the easiest way of making it is iron and ferrous ingot in a smelter, but obviously we need it to make the smelter, so we can't do that. We need to make invar blend, so let's have a look. Invar blend, invar ingot in a pulverizer, that's no good. There is a way of making this, I just can't remember what it is. Invar dust. So not an induction smelter, not from Shapeless. Invar, yes, of course. Let's take this nickel dust, take some pulverized iron. Yeah, I've done this wrong. Right, that's what we need to do. I think we just need to combine 2 of them and 1 of them, get some invar dust. So I didn't actually have to smelt that, I did that wrong. Got 3 invar dust. We'll put that in there, and that becomes invar. So yeah, I did that wrong. I didn't have to make that into ingots at all. We've got some nickel ingots now though. All I needed to do was grab some of the pulverized ferrous metal and grab some pulverized iron, mix them in my inventory, they become invar dust, and that gets us our invar ingots. So that's why you need to save a little bit of your ferrous, or use a bit of this keep a bit of this ferrous stuff behind instead of processing it all. So now we can put all that together, and we've got an induction smelter. Excellent. Now my induction smelter is going to end up next to a pulverizer, so I'm going to put it there anyway. And we're going to want in from the left, that's correct. We're going to want purple in from the top at some point. And we're going to want everything to go out the side. Now there's two outputs here. So you see there, red is that one, and then orange is that, yellow is that one. Then orange is a mix, so you can send everything out that side. So we'll leave it as that for now. We're not sending things into there yet. We're going to be sending stuff out with that pulverizer at some point, but not yet. So let's see how this is going. Not very well up to now, because this takes a lot. 125 millibuckets in there, so this is going to take ages. Because each one of these needs quite a lot of power. Click there, see where it says recipes. Most of your machines, if you click recipes, you can actually go through all the recipes that machine can, all the things that machine can do. So if you look for redstone, there it is. You'll see it takes 1200 Minecraft joules, megajoules, Michael Jackson's. It takes 1200 MJ each one of these redstone, and of course our Sterling engine is only putting one MJ a tick in, so it's going to be a pretty slow process, which is why I wanted to get it going. So while that's going, we can look at a couple of other things. Right, what did I want to cover with you guys? Aluminium stone. There's a couple of other things that I've not mentioned with it. One is you can use it as a crafting bench. By default it's a C button, but my C button does my pocket crafting, so I changed it in my options to something else that I don't think works. I believe it's called, what's it called? Side inventory key, possibly. Let's change that to something usable for a second. No, period, that'll do. Let's try that. No, that ain't doing it. Maybe isn't that. You can use aluminium stone as a crafting table. I think by default it's C, same as the pocket crafting table. So yeah, unfortunately I don't know what to change it to actually make it work again. So, but if you don't like the pocket crafting table that I use, you can always use this. But I don't use it. The other thing the aluminium stone can do is, I showed you how to get some obsidian. We could also, much easier, once you've got your aluminium stone, but remember aluminium stone relies on you having these shards of aluminium. We haven't used much yet, we've still got loads of durability left there, but if you use your aluminium stone a lot, you need to make sure you're killing enough monsters to make sure you've got enough shards of aluminium to make more stones. So if you get some wood, let's say 32 wood, if you split that into two piles, you see you can make obsidian using your aluminium stone, which is a real cheap way of making obsidian. And then you can do that again, you can turn that into iron, and if you've seen, we can turn iron into gold, and we can turn, or ender pearls. We can turn iron into gold, you put 7 iron in, it turns it into gold, you can put gold in to get diamonds. So in theory, as long as you've got enough of these aluminium shards, you can make diamonds straight from wood. Bit cheap, it's a little bit cheap, but very useful, especially early game. Now I generally don't use it much, I'd probably go mining normally, but because I'm filming, it's actually really useful and a lot quicker for me to be able to just do it by using aluminium stone. So I've been using it quite a bit more than I use it in my own, if I was playing just for myself. Right, what else can we keep getting these things processed while we're waiting. I've got 50 copper to turn into ingots still, that's empty yet. So we've got 5 stacks of charcoal built up in here. I've been just gradually getting a bit ready as we'll need it. It's night time again, so let's sleep, make sure no skeletons come and get me. And what else have I got to cover? Not a great deal at the minute. I was pretty much waiting for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the camera. There you see it's actually processing one. I'm going to cut the camera, come back when this guy is turn all that into liquid redstone. You can start seeing it a little bit in there, look. Then we're going to take that power, use some over here, get the other bits ready, and I'll be back then. See you in a bit. Okay, so this is going painfully slow. It's still got 23 there. We're getting some in there, so we're getting there a little bit. I've decided to make a thing called a magmatic engine. Now, I'm making this because we're going to be using this at some point in the future anyway. Magmatic engine uses lava. It needs some of this invar that we just made a minute ago, so I've got some more stuff there to make some more invar. First thing we need is a redstone transmission coil. Because this is putting power in, not receiving power, it doesn't use a reception, it uses a transmission. That's silver and redstone, so we'll make one of them. Here's a piston which we've got. Now we need to make some invar, so let's make some more like invar dust. Yeah, invar dust, that'll do. And we'll get that done in there. You can also, I said we need electrum that we used the induction smelter for. We can also make electrum the same way by pulverizing gold and silver into dust again and mixing them. But we'll just use the induction smelter when we've got it. That'll be fine. Got silver back in there, and we're going to need 2 of them. And as you can see, I've got some netherrack in my inventory. I've just been back to the nether while I was waiting for all this to happen. I just quickly went to the nether. I went to my bag here. I put some empty books in here as well. I got one of my linking books back to here. I got a couple of stands. I took an empty book with me, and I went into the nether. I'll show you where I went. I worked my way down. Our portal's up there. I worked my way down the other side, down to this lava down here. So now I've got easy access to a big lava pool. At some point we'll be putting a pump out in the middle of there somewhere. But for now I just wanted it so I can come and get buckets of lava real quick. So there's my book back to the house. So I can just get to and from the nether really quick there to get some lava, which is kind of nice. We've got 12 invar ingots. So first thing we need to do is make 2 invar gears. Our piston goes there. I made the piston off camera, you've seen me make them before. The piston goes there, transmission coil goes there, and then there's 3 invar on the top. Gets us a magmatic engine. We can put this up here next to that, and I'll share power from that. We'll share the on signal from there. And all we need to do now is get a bucket of lava, which I've got one. And this should speed things up a little bit. So that bucket of lava's in there now. Why are you not turn on? Eh? Enable low. Right, because I had the signal on there. Okay. So this, like the machines, has a redstone control. So it'll turn on or off depending on what redstone signal it's got. It's kind of nice. So this is putting out 4 MJ a tick. So that's like 4 of these Stirling engines. So that's going to speed that up a fair bit. There you go. You see that's speeding up a bit. Well, it's using the power because it's doing our next one there. But that's going up quicker than it was. So now we're getting 5 MJ a tick into that. So that's probably worth making. Especially, as I say, at some point we'll be using that in the nether. We're going to set up a pump. We need an engine and a thing called an energy tesseract, a liquid tesseract, sorry. And we'll start sending lava back to the base here where we can start using that for power, for EU power. So that'll speed things up nicely. Right. Next thing we need to do is start prepping for our energy cell. So let's see what we need for that. Empty frame. So electrum, hardened glass. So for hardened glass we need some pulverized obsidian. So hardened glass, 2 pulverized obsidian, 1 lead gets us 2. So we'll need 2, 4, 6, at least 8 I think. So let's get some obsidian, pulverize that up. 8 of that. And this has still got some power left because its power bar was full. So we should get at least some of that. We might get all of it, but we might have to put the Stirling engine back over here at some point. Start working that. It's a little bit messy. It's a little bit fiddly when you start up because you don't have a lot of power. We can, of course, we could make a steam boiler right now, but I don't want to go too quick. I'm taking things a little bit easy on purpose. But at some point, we're going to make a steam boiler and start using that charcoal we can produce to run a steam boiler. So is this going to do it all? I don't quite think it is. Bit of a shame, but it's okay. So this actually wants to go where we want it to go, so we can turn that on. So exit to there, and you'll see it should start putting the why are you not putting? Oh, there it goes. So it's putting it to where we want it in there, which is good. And then this side, I want 4 lead, and then when we get some power in there, that'll make us our hardened glass. And then of course we need let's make 8 of them. So 4 gold, 4 silver, it'll get us 8 electrum, so we can do that. So in fact, yeah, let's nick this engine. We're gonna need another lever. No, we're not. We can turn that so it's enabled low and nick that lever. Oh shit. Well, that was a cock up, wasn't it? I just bust the engine that had the lava in it. So I have to go get some more lava. What a tit. Right. At least we've got a quick source of lava, so not too bad. It's not too bad. We're got a bucket of lava. Put that back in there. There we go. It's got to click on it. That'll start off again. Now we can use this. So we're doing a little bit more power into there. This is a really awkward bit because we've got no power lines yet. I could have made some conductive power lines just for now, but I like to skip it and go straight to the good stuff. So let's just sleep again. Make sure no bad guys come. Come on, you. Okay, so that's enough for there. Now we can switch to here. Right, so that'll start working. Yep, excellent. And that's working away. That's done. Great stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this fill up with that bucket of lava that's in there, so it uses it all. Otherwise it's a waste of lava. We've got 1200 in there, so look at recipes. You'll see that if we find the right one. Go on, energy cell, right here. 56, there it is, page 43. So it takes 1,000 millibuckets for that. We've got 1200, so we've got 200 millibuckets left over to make some redstone conduit. So that's all worked out about right. This is making the hardened glass, so that's good. And we are going to need another diamond, aren't we? So let's getting really low on gold. I could, in fact I will. I'll show you the cheaty way of making diamonds using iron. I'm starting calling it cheaty. It's not cheaty, it's just cheap. Cheap way of making gold. That's not it at all. There it is. So we can make 8 gold ingots from a stack of iron, so it's not great, but it's it shouldn't be any cheaper than that anyway, so it's fine, it's fine. And we'll take 4 of them and we'll make a diamond. There we go. 4 of them, yep. That's all good. So we've got 6 in there. It's doing the last 2. With these machines, there's the old 2, like an internal buffer that you can't see, but that's actually doing. That's making 2 more in there. We'll set the 4 that we need, and we've got some spare for the conduits that we're going to need. There's our diamond, and this will start making us electrum. So we're on the way with everything, and canvas bag can go back. Minium stone can go back for now. So yeah, if I get tight on any material, I can literally just start turning that wood into different stuff for now. So there we go, there's 4 of them. So there's our energy cell for him. That's good. We can put that in there, and now we need power on this guy. So hopefully that's out. Yeah, it is. So we can move that. Should really have got more than 1 bucket of lava. Well, that can go there, and I need to go fill that bucket up again. How many buckets have I got? I've got 3. I'm gonna fill all 3 of these with lava. So we've got a bit more lava. So you see how useful it is getting yourself a bucket near a lava source. You don't have to go down to the bottom of the world or anything like that. You can just really quick get yourself some fuel. So there we go. So that's working away. Once that builds up to, I think it was 1200 MJ, that'll turn that into a full one. In the meantime, we've got some power. I'm going to leave that going, let that fill up with the fuel, with the charcoal that's in there. So let's look at our actual full cell there. We'll use a question mark, so we want 3 of them. We need a conductance coil. So if we look at that, that's an electrum ingot with redstone. So we've actually got the right amount of electrum. It's like I know what I'm doing. There we go. Redstone conductance coil. So that's the 3rd one that we've seen. We've seen reception, transmission, and now conductance. That goes there. We want a couple of lead. Oops. Of course, these don't have to go in the pattern there. I could just put them anywhere. I was just doing it to make it a bit clearer. And now we're just waiting for our frame. So as soon as that's done, and it's done, excellent. We can stick that in there. There we go, redstone energy cell. Hooray! So now, once that's bent through that bit of lava it's got there, we can start actually getting power. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this up here. It's a bit out of the way at the minute, but you'll see why. You'll see why. In fact, let's just. Oh, my pick's gone. I know it's there. My pick's nearly gone anyway. Oops. Throw it on the floor. Always helps. So stick that up there and power it. Will it work off the lever there? Should do. Yep. So that's going to really slowly start filling that guy up. But it's slow, but we can do it constant because we've got all this charcoal. So what I'm going to do is the hopper that I mentioned last episode. I'm going to grab the hopper. I'm going to put the hopper above the engine there. Like so. What we'll do now is if we throw everything in that hopper, you'll see it's feeding, and it should keep that steel engine stocked with charcoal. So there we've got our slow but useful power source filling up. I'm going to use a magmatic engine on that as well in a bit, just to speed things up. And the other thing we need is some redstone energy conduit, which of course we need a bit more electrum for, which I forgot about, so I didn't have the right amount at all. So when I said I know what I was doing, I was talking crap. So let's get 2 of them. Well, actually like 4 of them. Let's have a little bit more. So them other side of this hardened glass gets you the empty conductance coils. I think we actually only got enough redstone for 4. Let's have a look. So they're going there the same way. It takes 50 pair yet, so I've only actually got enough redstone in there for 4 anyway. So I won't make them yet. We'll just keep that. We'll keep that to a side. We'll put our electrum in there. Across there with the other like rarer stuff. And now we've got this stuff. And we've got the beginnings of being able to make an automated system. One thing you do have to do is, using your Omni wrench or your crescent hammer, is switch that, and then that lets it put power out. See, the little arrow changes. So now that guy, even though there's not in there because it's only running off that, is going to slowly fill these guys up. Excellent. we are on the way to automated resource processing. Kind of. Very kind of. That's full. So I should... I have to waste that bit of lava in there, I think. I'll just turn that off for now, actually. So look like that. See, that had stopped then. That stopped because it's overheated, because it's got nowhere for the power to go. So what these things do is they get so much power stored in them and then they just stop themselves. Which is... I don't know if it... You used to have to have a... Hit it with a wrench there. There you go, look. Hit it with a wrench and it'll start again. Which is the issue with magmatic engines if you're using them as a nether pump for your lava. If they overheat, it'll stop your system. So at some point you want some kind of redstone control on that, which we'll get into a later date. So I think that was the goal for this episode, was to get this going. Now I am gonna use that because this thing's miles too slow. So let's get him attached to there as well. Let's get some lava in it. You can put lava in that way as well, can you? No, not letting me. Okay. So click on the side. And with that one. So this should start putting a bit more in there. Once these guys are full up, it'll start storing it all in there. So yeah, we've got a bit of stored power. And then, of course, what we can do with this is once this has got power stored in it, shift right click with the Omni wrench, we'll pop that off, it'll stop both them engines working. And now we've got a mobile power source, because we can just place this wherever we want. We could place it next to there, for example. It'd power that. So it's good to have one of these things, I think. And I say it takes a bit of effort to get it this early on, but really worth doing. So I am going to call this episode there. Seems like a good breaking point. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope it was entertaining and I hope it was useful to you. And I hope you join me next time. Cheers. Bye.